Hey everybody, welcome to Hapticast. This is Haptic Intel's video podcast. I'm Josh Tull, this is Brett Roberts, and this is Steve Schmidt. Today we're going to be talking about the new Call of Duty, Watch Dogs, the next-gen Minecraft, Wolfenstein, and hard drive space, and a couple other things that we'll get to. Alright, so first of all, let's start off with Call of Duty. Steve and I know you thought too, right? We thought it was running on the same engine.
Yes.
But apparently there was a tweet this week saying that it is indeed running on a new engine.
Okay.
Well, with Kevin Spacey's graphics, I didn't think it was running on the same engine. It looks pretty good, but it's not as good as like the other things in the PS4. Like, it was still pretty choppy, I thought.
See, it's not just PS4.
I know, but that's what I look for.
See, I'm kind of like indifferent about the whole thing. I really don't think that the graphics are too different than what they usually are.
Mm-hmm.
It is next gen. Call of Duty Ghosts really didn't deliver on the graphics front at all, in my opinion.
It looks cartoony a little bit, like Black Ops.
Like Black Ops did, exactly. I actually did think it was running on the same engine. The tweet kind of surprised me a little bit that it was. Really not sure how I feel about it.
Well, I mean, I thought Kevin Spacey looked pretty good.
Definitely.
But it still looked like, you know, they could have just hired somebody to spend hours on, like, his specific model.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still didn't look top-notch to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it looks polished, but it looks like it could be
it's
polished
also
a
Call of
little
Duty. Like, that's kind of like their style now. I mean...
well, I'm not really a fan of Call of Duty, so hopefully it delivers.
Right.
True.
Well,
It looks different, so I might get it.
I mean,
Call of Duty never really looked different ever since Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, so...
Well, they were running on the same engine since Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
the original Modern Warfare, I think. They
Sounds
just
about
updated
right.
graphics.
Sounds about right.
Um,
I mean, the game's not even out yet. It's not going to be out till November, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, we really don't know how it's going to look in the final version. It could have just been a
that was just like a
cutscene.
cinematic trailer.
Exactly. So really, no one knows what it's going to look like yet.
But I honestly, I mean, Call of Duty's been fading for me.
Me too.
Like, we used to play it all the time.
Yeah.
It's just...
We bought the hardened editions for every game.
I know.
Every single one, and Call of Duty Ghosts just did not deliver for me at all.
I bought the regular version, and I barely played it. Like, we used to always Prestige, and I didn't put the time in this time.
I just never played it. I was always a Halo guy.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing into Battlefield now. I like Battlefield a lot more than I like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Even with all its problems, like,
Yeah.
we're still able to play some games.
Yeah, the PS4 had some serious issues on launch, and it still did up through like March and April.
Well, it was across all platforms, I think.
I think it was, actually, you're right. But
PC had a lot of problems as well.
True. They fixed a lot of it. The rubber banding issue is pretty much done.
That was so annoying.
It was really bad. I mean, some people are still reporting that they're having problems with it, but so far I'm fine. I haven't experienced anything.
The night before that they did the patch, we were on.
Yeah.
I was still getting the rubber banding thing, and the next day I wasn't having any problems.
Yeah.
What's the rubber banding thing?
Where like you'd be running in the game, and then you'd go back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
It was a good graphical error.
Yeah, I feel you.
But more about the new Call of Duty. They also released some other things about it. That it's going to have a co-op mode of some kind, like all Call of Duties have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since Zombies thing, I mean, I don't think it's going to be obviously a Zombies thing. It's going to be probably some kind of Spec Ops thing. I actually liked Extinction on Ghosts.
Extinction's alright. It's definitely a new take on the co-op. It's definitely not what we got in MW2. I don't even remember what it was called. The co-op mode.
Special Ops, right?
The
Special Ops.
Where you just run through missions together.
But you got stars, and it was pretty cool.
It was kind of
cool,
cool,
that.
but
It was fun.
It was going to try to get the stars.
Like, there's missions where somebody was in, like, the helicopter or, like, an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
You had to shoot the guys so they can get through. And,
the
like,
snowmobile missions.
Yeah,
if
and,
you
like,
remember
tell them how to get through it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, some of them were cool, but I honestly, like, Call of Duty Zombies was awesome.
That kind of set the bar, like, way high.
Yeah.
Extinction's good, but I don't know. I'm waiting for a standalone Zombies game.
Yeah, no one was really expecting Call of Duty Zombies to be as big as it was, and once it really got as big as it was and they realized how much they could cash in on it, they really delivered. And I think in Black Ops 2 they kind of took it a step back, in my opinion, with the quality. I didn't really find it as fun as the old ones. They kind of worked on it.
It didn't have, like, I don't know, they tried to do more with it, which I respect, but even, like, with the one that was on the game, with the bus and, like,
Transit.
It didn't have the same feel to it. I didn't like it. I didn't like, honestly, any Zombies map, except for Moon was on the new one, right?
No, Moon.
No, that was
Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that was
the last one.
Yeah, but Black Ops 2, it did not feel...
It wasn't genuine. It wasn't the same thing.
No, COD 5 was good.
World of War?
World of War. Black Ops 1 was really good.
Mhm.
I liked it. It was still fun. It had that feel to it.
Black Ops 2 got a little shaky.
They tried, I mean, again, I respect them, but it was not that formula.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for this co-op game for Advanced Warfare, it's called.
Yeah.
For Advanced Warfare, I mean, they're going to deliver. I know that they're not going to do aliens. They're not going to do zombies. They're not going to do anything like that.
It's. I don't think it could be Spec Ops either because nobody really liked that.
Yeah.
I mean, it had its moments, but they need to come up with some kind of new co-op mode. I think that's not even Zombies X. Just give me something new. I need something new to play.
See, the game's focusing a lot on technology and future warfare, so they could even cash in on the success of Titanfall with the mechs. They could even do something like that. We've seen some gameplay so far of some of the robotic creatures that are walking around and some of the things, it could be, you could be walking around in a mech with your buddy and just going around beating the bad guys up, it could be something along the lines of that.
Like a Rock'em Sock'em Robots, like futurist.
Yes, definitely. I definitely think that they could do something like that. It's already kind of looking Titanfall-esque a little bit with all the different things they've shown off.
Right.
And I mean, they haven't done it yet for Call of Duty. Titanfall was made by the guys from COD 4, right? So, I mean, anything can happen, but I don't think it's going to be aliens. I don't think it's going to be zombies, and I think maybe they're going to push on to the robots or the androids or something like that. I don't know.
Well, speaking of futuristic stuff, they also released that the game's going to be taking place in 2054, and according to co-founder of Sledgehammer Games, Michael Condrey, the game is taking place during a, quote, global 9/11, unquote, caused by KVA, which is apparently a terrorist organization. Global 9/11. I'm just, in the trailer, I remember them showing like a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking explosions everywhere.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
Yeah, like Transformers.
Yeah.
I mean, the robots and everything.
Yeah.
Transformers Call of Duty.
It'd be kind of cool to have a global pandemic. I also like the whole aspect of it being like private military.
Yeah.
I think that's different. It's new.
I'm hooked on the story so far. I mean, it seems interesting. It's unlike any other Call of Duty so far, and I'm kind of into it.
The main reason it's selling
Definitely
me is honestly Kevin Spacey. I know I might get crap
Well,
for
yeah,
that,
well,
but it's.
We watched House of
I
Cards.
loved House of Cards.
And House of Cards was awesome.
You need to
Especially
watch
the
House of
end.
I haven't checked it out yet.
The
last
end of the
scene-
second season it was like a Breaking Bad, like oh my god type feel to that scene.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely excited for Kevin Spacey to be in it. I loved him in American Beauty. Awesome movie. And like I said, his player model looked amazing. So I'm pretty pumped. I mean, I don't know how much of a part he's going to be in the game. Is that...
Well, they said that he's not obviously going to be the main character.
Yeah.
But
Playing
this
as
kind of
Kevin
goes
Spacey
into my
running
next
around.
point. You're going to be playing as Private Mitchell, which I think we saw in the trailer. They didn't say anything, but this is exciting. Troy Baker
Oh, definitely
is
for me.
the voice
Too.
for Private Mitchell, who is a Marine that was hired by Kevin Spacey to work for this private military thing.
Okay.
So I feel like there's going to be a couple cutscenes with him, but mainly he might just be like a voice on your radio, like giving you commands or something like that. I hope he's the villain, because he's really good at playing villains.
Yeah.
And even in the trailer, that just one scene where they get close up to his face and his snarl, it was like, the mocap there was awesome.
Yeah.
If they did, I'm assuming they mocapped it.
Yeah, if you've seen House of Cards, you've seen that snarl.
Yeah.
Plenty of times.
Yeah.
I checked out the first episode of House of Cards, and I
It's
haven't been able to watch it
It's
since then.
different.
It's an awesome show.
Like, I'm not into politics at all.
Yeah,
I
didn't
hate
think-
politics.
I didn't think I'd like
I didn't think I was going to like it either, but you got to give it a chance.
Yeah, see, when he was talking to the camera, I thought that was really interesting. How he breaks the fourth wall a little bit, I kind of like that a lot. So.
Apparently
He
they
does it a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I heard.
it's really cool.
But what's cool in the second season, I won't give away any spoilers, but in the second season, like, he doesn't do it for a couple episodes, and then, like, it goes back to him, and he's like, oh, don't think I forgot about you. And I was like,
That's nice.
Yeah, when
That's
that
nice.
scene happened, because he's in the mirror when he's like doing it, and I thought he was talking to himself. I'm like, what the? Did he suddenly go crazy? What the hell?
Yeah.
And he's like, don't think I forgot about you. And then he turns around and starts talking to the camera.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
But anyway, so, again, you start the game as a U.S. Marine and is later asked by Will Irons, is Kevin Spacey's character's name.
Okay.
The son of Jonathan Irons. The son is Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
I don't know who Will Irons is. I guess he's the head of the corporation. We haven't seen him yet. Anyway, Kevin Spacey's the CEO of Atlas Corporation, which is the private military thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so during the campaign, they're going to be playing, I guess, most of it in the private military thing. I don't know how much they're going to focus on the Marine
I
stuff.
mean, it could be like the older Call of Duties where you switch different factions of the military. Different takes. You could be at one point you're working for the private military, or another point you're working for the actual military. They can switch around like that. Remember with Soap McTavish, Task Force 141, you switch between his force and then
Yeah.
could do something like that.
All
Pretty
right.
excited about Troy Baker though.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about
I
Troy
love
Baker.
Troy
We
Baker.
kind of like walked out on that one a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely excited for Troy Baker.
He's got so much. He's done so much lately.
Dude, he's Excalibur from Soul Eater, which is like one of my favorite roles ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
and
Fucking love it.
Can't forget about Second Son.
But yeah, he was Delson, but
He was good in
Excalibur
Second
was
Son. And Joel from Last of Us.
and Booker DeWitt from Bioshock
Booker
Infinite.
DeWitt.
So he's everyone.
These
He's
huge
pretty much every
games.
Every main character.
Even
He's
the
also
Joker.
he was the Joker in Batman Arkham. Arkham
yeah, that's
Origins
right.
was-
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he did a little monologue. If you haven't checked it out, go on YouTube and check it out. He has a little
No,
monologue.
I played the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's awesome. He's the great.
You
He's
played Arkham
great as a
Origins?
Joker.
What?
You played
I
Arkham
did.
Origins? I did not. I stopped at Arkham Asylum because
The glitch.
of that save data glitch made me infuriated.
See, I didn't finish Arkham Asylum because I got to this point. Maybe I'm just retarded, which I am. Because I have a really bad luck in games where I get stuck on something so stupid, and then I'll go away from it for like years, and I'll come back. Well, not years, but I'll go back and I'll play it, and then I
Yeah.
get past it in 2 seconds. I got stuck on something where it was with Harley Quinn, and like I was in like this building, and then I had to go out of the building to continue somewhere. I don't know. I couldn't fucking find how to get on the building to where I needed to go, but
Yeah.
I stopped playing.
Well, that happened to me all the time. Like when I was younger, I would be playing like Kingdom Hearts, and I couldn't get past a boss, and I would just like fuck this game, and I go back to it like the next day or two, and I beat it no problem.
That even
So-
happens to me. Like I'll play like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Genesis. I played it back in the day. Couldn't get past the second level.
yeah, but you couldn't save either.
No, Genesis, not PS2. That was PS2.
Yeah, no, you couldn't save on the Genesis. That's what I'm
Gotcha.
saying.
Okay.
So like, if you got to a point, you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I beat it, and then like your
Yeah.
power went off, you're fucked.
Yeah. So I go back. Like I bought that Retron 3 system playing Genesis games, and I get like you can pretty much beat the game because you're older. You know what you're doing. So
Right. All right. So back to Call of Duty. During the campaign, you're going to earn XP points after each mission, which you can use to upgrade your exosuit.
Okay.
Which they showed a lot in the trailer, all the different exosuits. I thought it looked pretty cool, like when the just helmet came down over the guy's face.
It sounds a lot like Crisis.
Yeah.
Because in Crisis, you get like you kill the aliens and you get like experience points for it. You can upgrade certain things like cloaking and
Yeah.
how high you can jump, and your like shields.
Call of Duty Iron Man edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also showed like a whole bunch of new vehicles and tech and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So, the main thing that people always buy Call of Duty for, all like the 12-year-olds that scream in your headset, is the multiplayer.
Of course.
So regarding multiplayer, like Michael Condrey says, quote, you can probably imagine the possibilities of a lot of the stuff you saw in the single player and how it would apply online, unquote. So, the exosuits,
Yes.
probably be some kind of progression system like that. The vehicles, I hope there's more emphasis on like in Battlefield where you'd be able to drive some of the vehicles in the game. And I absolutely, this new Call of Duty needs larger player numbers and
player
maps.
numbers.
No, the maps in Ghosts are bigger,
They are.
but they didn't increase the player size.
No, you're right.
So
Yeah, I
you're
heard-
running around for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I heard you
You know,
lost a lot.
there's one match I literally played. I couldn't find shit. I couldn't find anybody.
That happens.
Well,
It
I don't
does.
own it, but when I played it on your guys' system,
Yeah.
it's like I ran into the same issue. I would like run back and forth, like, where the hell is everybody?
Yeah, you run up
and
a
then I
cliff
just
and no
randomly
one's there.
die.
Which is fine for the big map, but there's nobody in the fucking game.
No, you're right.
So
So, yeah.
And vehicles would be great on Ghost
Yeah,
because
to
you could actually,
travel.
exactly, traverse the whole level and find somebody. I mean, it's gonna be cool with exosuits because think about it like what these exosuits could do. They can make you jump higher. They
Like
can
run
make you
faster.
Yeah,
They're going to turn into like a
the
Halo.
only
Exactly.
thing, well, I'm worried that it's going to turn into like a Titanfall kind of thing. Though.
yeah.
Well,
It
if
could.
it plays, well, if you could update your shields, that'd be cool. Because if they make it into like a Halo shooter, because in Halo, the thing I love so much about it is, where in Call of Duty, if you don't see a guy coming and they come up behind you, you die in like one shot. You don't
Yeah.
really have a chance to escape.
Or
But in
Halo, you have shields. Yeah.
yeah, you have shields, so if they're shooting it, you can like jump around,
See, I
like,
don't know.
outmaneuver them, and like
Yeah.
still kill them.
I
You're
agree
right.
with you on that, but I don't know how that's going to work in Call of Duty because,
Well, see, that's why I never
I
liked
mean-
Call of Duty, but
Call of Duty's pretty fast paced.
yeah, that's the entire thing. Like Call of Duty grounds itself on being fast paced, like super quick. Whereas Halo, it's like a little slower. It takes time to kill people. There's a lot of.
have you played Halo?
I've played Halo, but like it takes longer to kill people. Like there's more
I
jumping
think so.
around
It's
and
not.
crap.
It's not slow paced though.
I didn't say
slow.
slow paced. I'm saying it's slower than Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's all
Just
about
as
turn around the
fast-paced.
corner and
Like
kill.
Call of Duty's like bam,
I
bam,
don't
bam,
like
bam,
that
bam.
though.
Yeah.
That's not my style.
I got you.
Neither am I.
Makes sense.
That's why I suck at it.
Yeah.
All right. If you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, which I'm a new fan, I played Ground Zeroes. I bought it.
I didn't
Yes,
really.
I was that person.
Well, and I'm the person that borrowed it from the friends stupid enough to buy it.
Yeah.
So,
And I just
But-
haven't even touched it yet, and I've never touched a Metal
Wanna
Gear
borrow?
Solid game. No, I'll pass.
well,
I've
the
seen-
only one I played was Snake Eater when I was in like 6th grade, and I loved it.
Mhm.
But that was the only one I played. So I went to Ground Zeroes, and it's a lot of fun. But it's like it looks beautiful, and the graphics are
does.
like
That's
really,
what
really.
There's not much there though.
The graphics are really good, but there's not much in terms of like.
If there was more you could do with the
Substance.
graphics, you
Well,
know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm sure in Phantom Pain, which we'll see at E3.
Controls are also pretty weird.
That's what I
Like
heard.
X is to crouch, and
yeah.
you hold X, you lie
Yeah.
down,
I got
and
used to
R1
it.
goes into the scope mode. It takes a little bit to get used to.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, the composer from that, Harry Gregson Williams, is doing the soundtrack for Call of Duty.
Okay.
It's really deep.
See, I would have think they would have kept Trent Reznor on. This is kind of his...
Yeah, this is kind of his forte a little bit.
You know what I mean?
It's more like
that
Black Ops 2.
futuristic,
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was very good.
I love the soundtrack.
Definitely. That is strange. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably be good, you know.
I'm not worried. They always have a good soundtrack. But
no, I've heard that the whole Call of Duty Advanced Warfare thing is kind of like playing on Metal Gear Solid a little bit, like with the some of the things. Yeah, like I'm not really familiar with the whole Metal Gear Solid series or whatever, but I've heard that they're taking a lot of elements from the story of Metal Gear Solid and kind of applying it to Call of Duty. So it's kind of weird that I'm actually here. This is my first time I'm hearing about this, and I find that very strange that the composer is working on this now too.
I thought it was cool. See, I don't.
Cool. It's pretty neat.
I mean, did he? I don't. Do you know if he did the soundtrack for Phantom or not Phantom Ground Zeroes? I'm assuming he
I
probably
don't look into it.
Probably.
I don't know.
The music for Metal Gear has always been really good, though.
Right.
Has it?
But if it's like anything I've heard before, I really like it. Okay. Here's something that bothered me.
Okay.
Mitchell, the guy you're playing as, will also be the only protagonist in the game, not that part.
Oh.
But he will not speak during gameplay, only during cutscenes.
So no grunts when he gets shot or anything like that?
I mean, maybe they have some grunts in there, but like...
They should. They'll make him kind of...
I don't like
not
that.
really a
It
character,
kind of...
though.
I've heard other people say, oh, it takes me out of the game when the character talks. No, I want my character
I
to
think it's
talk
more immersive.
on-
Like, in Bioshock, Booker DeWitt talks all the time, and it's awesome.
But that also falls in the Call of Duty cliche of you're not seeing your character, you're not hearing your
You're like a
character.
nobody.
But I mean, obviously you see them in cutscenes, which is what they've friend. But
You pretty much become a hero, but you don't even know anything about your character.
And to if you're in the game and somebody else is talking to you, and you don't respond if it's in the first person view and it's not a cutscene, but it's kind of a cutscene.
Yeah.
That's
like
stupid.
there's animations going on.
Nobody just sits there and lets somebody talk to them oh hey, so we're gonna go into this building and shoot up these people.
You just don't. Yeah, you answer them.
You answer them.
Exactly.
They're like, okay, yeah.
I stopped playing Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 2, but hasn't the protagonist always been silent all the time?
Except for Black Ops.
Hasn't Soap?
Black Ops 2.
Soap McTavish said some things, didn't he? He had some dialogue, didn't he?
Like the guy you play
Maybe in
as,
MW2?
he never responded
Whatever
during
one.
cutscenes.
No, it was the original Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
You did because you were kind of like the commander.
Okay.
'Cause you played as
Mason.
Mason.
What are the numbers, Mason? What do they mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Watch Dogs.
Okay. Let's do it.
First of all,
I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm pretty damn excited. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but with parkour and shooting. Well, shooting, but with hacking elements.
It's dying down. It is.
Well, it's because they're releasing a lot of stuff for it.
Yeah. And it kind of got postponed for a long time, so...
Well, I don't care about that. I mean, it pissed me off, but I'm glad that they took the time to make the game that they wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you guys loved Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
I liked Infamous Second Son. It was a good game, but there's aspects of it that felt rushed.
Definitely.
Personally.
The graphics were amazing, but the story was kind of lackluster.
Story, the
I can
entire
honestly
thing,
say that.
The story wasn't the greatest, but...
Well, the thing between
whatever.
Delson and what's her name?
Fetch.
There could have been so much more there.
Yeah, and you actually see a little bit more there when you play as the evil. I don't want to spoil
And I
anything.
heard that there was more there, but that they cut it
Yeah.
because they wanted to meet the deadline.
I'm sure there was. And my problem was this. I'm not going to spoil anything because there might be some people that haven't finished the game yet. But my problem with Infamous Second Son was you get a power. Well, you meet someone. You find the person with the power. You meet them. You take their power. You get the relays. And then you move on. There's no...
It was the same formula the whole game.
Yeah, it's the same formula. You do that over and over.
Except when you get the third power, which is you lose all your other powers.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was the same thing.
No, you're right. I don't know.
You literally can't do anything.
Yeah. I wish
you
they
get the third
delivered.
power.
I really wish they delivered there because there was a lot more they could have done with Eugene and with Fetch. And
They didn't do anything with Eugene. It was just hey, you're a nerd. Don't feel bad about yourself, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Watch Dogs, I'm growing less excited just because there's more stuff coming out.
Yeah,
But when it's the week of,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting down for a couple days and we're just playing that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
I feel like they're releasing too much stuff for it. I think, speaking of that, I think Super Smash Bros. Is running into the same issue. I think they should keep the roster a secret, but they're releasing every character that's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
It gets rid of the suspense.
Yeah,
It pisses me off.
I definitely agree that they're putting out a little bit too much information for Watch Dogs, and I really feel that way because they're kind of digging their own grave a little bit, talking about DLC, and
That's what I want to bring up.
Exactly.
Because they said, in a tweet, there will be no microtransactions in Watch Dogs.
Correct.
What did they release this week? hey, guess what? Here's a DLC trailer. You're going to be able to buy the DLC, like different maps, different story. Oh, and also you'll be able to buy, different outfits for your character.
Yeah.
I'm fucking pissed.
That's stupid. Different outfits? What are this, like League of Legends?
See, here's my problem. This is my biggest problem. Collector's Edition. You pre-ordered the Collector's Edition.
I'm getting the Collector's
It
Edition.
doesn't come with the Season Pass.
It does not. That's because they boxed and mass-produced all the Collector's Editions probably before they decided for microtransactions because they realized, oh, shit, we're not going to make more money after launch. I still think it'll have a great launch.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere near like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well,
but
apparently
it'll
it
have
has
a
like
good
40 hours of gameplay, right? So that should roll people
main
over.
story.
That's still pretty ridiculous.
That
for a main
is
story.
good. I mean,
that's not including the side
Second Son was
missions.
20, and everyone was kind of like,
So maybe I don't
If
even.
that,
I'm not even a big fan of.
I beat the game twice in like
So
3
40.
days. So
But I'm not even a big fan of adding story DLC. Like,
Yeah.
make another game. That's.
With me, as long as it's not on disc DLC, I'm fine. If it's on the disc and you're paying for something that's already on the disc, you're just unlocking it, that's ridiculous. It should be an unlockable once you beat the game, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't have a problem with paying for story DLC. I have a problem with paying for costumes and outfits. That should be unlockable.
I think depends on how long and how much the story DLC costs.
True.
Should like
Yeah, they didn't release the price,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure. I don't think
Like,
they
LA Noire, I had no problem with the DLC. I got the Season Pass, and I had no
What was the
problem.
DLC?
There was a couple of different
extra
missions.
cases? Yeah.
There were some cases. They were pretty
did.
good.
That worked well. But just the thing that they said there was going to be no microtransactions.
Yeah, that really bothers me.
And now there's microtransactions. They released a trailer with that. There's going to be microtransactions, and it's not. Whatever. I'm probably not going to buy it.
Didn't you cancel
DLC.
your pre-order for
I was thinking about it.
I think you should. I don't
I
think
think
it's
you
worth
should.
it.
I think you should. You get
Special
the,
editions are never really worth it.
You get the
in the long run.
little mask and you get the statue, but honestly, it doesn't come with the season pass. I mean, you're gonna end up spending what, like, more than $20?
$130.
Yeah, and you're gonna spend $20 on this DLC. You know what I mean?
I'm not buying the DLC.
I'm not going to buy the DLC either. I think 40 hours of gameplay is enough. You don't need more.
I'll be honest. I'm
And
a
then
sucker,
there's like an extra 100 hours of side missions or something, or
Yeah.
there's like 60 hours of side missions and it's 100 hours total.
I think it should be fine,
Something like
like without the DLC.
No, it'll keep me
And
occupied for a while.
I do agree that the costume should be unlockable. Like
Yeah.
in Infamous, you can unlock the new vests.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool.
And then they even did the paper trail missions, which I don't really want to spoil that as well. But once you beat that, you get some unlockable things as well.
Yeah, but I don't even
which
care
was
about
free.
like the outfits and stuff. Like yeah, I unlocked
Paper
them.
Trail was like a disappointment, though.
It was, but it was free.
It was free.
Don't
but
knock them on that. It was free.
No, it was fun
And
until
it was fun.
until I found out you didn't get what what everyone thought you were going to get.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, well, why am I wasting my
Yeah,
time?
that thing pissed me off that they said, because it'd be too much work to put whatever. That's
Yeah,
just
we don't
me
want to get
being-
into it because we don't want to spoil anything. But
But I don't even care about like the unlockable outfits. Like, yeah, they're there, they're cool. I don't even mess with them until I beat the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
yeah.
care about that
Yeah.
at all.
For example, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on PS4. I beat the whole game, honestly, without even realizing that the PS4 version of the game has all of the DLC
See,
on it.
that's the one where I went in because it was just like they kept popping up with notifications saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, hey, you can change your
Okay.
outfit," and it did.
Okay. See, I even though I did notice it probably halfway through the game, I still kept the Tomb Raider outfit because it was the Tomb Raider outfit. Once I beat the game, I changed it up into the like rock climbing outfit or something. You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with the outfit that was already on her anyway, but
No, but
Didn't really
it's
matter.
Not.
well,
It's,
in Tomb Raider, I didn't play it, but the further you go on, doesn't the outfit get like torn up like more and more?
you definitely get more dirt on you, I think. But I don't
Does
know.
it happen?
I
with
think
the,
it resets after you go to like the next mission.
Yeah.
Does it happen with the like additional costumes? Like
Yeah, it does because I wore the leather outfit through
Okay.
most of the game.
Yeah.
Because I hate it when games do that, where like you get an unlockable costume, but it doesn't like do anything. It's just
Yeah.
like there. Like in Assassin's Creed, you can get like Altair's costume, specifically Assassin's Creed 3, but there's no blade on his other arm, so it's just like invisible.
Okay.
It's really stupid.
They should have fixed that.
They should have fixed that, and they didn't, and it irks me.
Real quick,
a lot.
I actually want to talk about Assassin's Creed. A lot of people, what do you guys think about this? A lot of people are starting to think that maybe Watch Dogs is going to tie in with Assassin's Creed.
Oh god, if they do
I
that,
don't
I'm,
think
I'm
so.
so out.
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be so
I'll sell Watch Dogs
stupid.
back. I'm not getting the new Assassin's Creed at all. I was done after 3.
I was
have my
I was
personal
done
thoughts about
until
Assassin's
3. That brought me in. and then
Revelations,
4
Brotherhood were total crap. I hated them. They were fillers. They pissed me off beyond all belief.
I didn't even finish Brotherhood this much. I didn't like it. I got to this one mission
I didn't
where
like it either.
you have to like reenact a play and be at the right spots at the right time
Mhm.
in a
Yeah.
time limit. And I was like, what the hell is this game? It's so fucking dumb.
See,
so I just stopped playing.
This is my thoughts.
But there's 2 Assassin's Creed games. There's Unity and the other one.
I don't know the name of it.
I can't remember.
I stopped paying
What,
attention.
new ones coming
There's
out?
There's 2
two.
new ones.
Okay.
2.
Okay. All right, this is my thoughts. I never was an Assassin's Creed fan. Played the first game, and I did not like it.
I liked the first game until I went back to it, and I was like, this game kind of sucks.
See, I get a lot of like trouble about that. I am not a fan of Assassin's Creed, and I kind of will be really, really disappointed if I think that I'm going to buy Watch Dogs, this new IP, and it's going to be the next game I'm going to buy Watch Dogs 2. You know what I mean? I'm kind of excited for this because I'm finally going to be able to get into this.
I don't think they should do more than one Watch Dogs either.
Depends on the story.
Yeah, I mean, come on, they might end it with a cliffhanger.
Well, the end with the cliffhanger is
What's
going to be annoying.
people's problem with making a game and leaving it the fuck alone?
Money.
I don't care.
Money.
It doesn't
Watch
matter.
Dogs, I feel like it's going to make a lot of money.
It will.
It's by
It will,
Ubisoft, and it looks
but-
really good, so they're going to make a new one.
With games and movies, like if you make a good movie and it's good, or a good game and it's good by itself, and like the story ends, don't make a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I mean, I feel the same way because it kind of like overshadows the first movie because then you're like,
Right.
okay, well, there's going to be a second one that's going to be better, and it
Right.
puts the
And
expectations too
generally-
high.
Well, the
and
sequels
generally
never
are
better.
not
The
as-
sequels are never are.
Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was better than The Amazing Spider-Man 1.
I
I thought it was more entertaining.
I thought it was better, but
it was a lot of tears. The whole movie was pretty much everyone crying, Peter crying a
Villains
lot
were too
about
rushed,
it.
though.
Everyone, yeah, villains were very rushed.
And whatever, we won't get
I
into
agree.
that
Yeah.
much, but
like, I saw it a second time last night, and
Mhm.
there's obviously more complaints I have about it, but I still
Did you
think
notice the crying as much as I did? Did you?
well,
Like
there,
Peter with his dad's situation
there
cried.
is
and-
kind of an excessive amount of crying in the movie.
yeah. It's like
See,
crybaby
see,
Peter
I
Parker.
didn't even
you know?
notice it.
But I still think it's better than the first movie.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
So
more
that's
entertaining, I think.
Mhm.
My point still stands, I think.
All right, moving on.
I agree.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
For the
Minecraft.
new
Minecraft.
systems.
Let's do it.
4J Studios, the developer responsible for releasing Minecraft on the 360 and PS3, are also currently working to bring Minecraft to the new generation consoles.
Okay.
They announced recently that they are making this a top priority, okay? But they've obviously delayed it, because originally they were set for the Xbox One and PS4 editions to be launch titles.
Yeah, that's true. And I even heard after that March was going to be the release
Right.
date.
See, I don't really care, honestly, because like I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play it for hours, no matter what. Xbox One, PS4, I'll play it. So them delaying it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
But I think making it a top priority is a good choice.
Yeah, you see, this is how I feel about it. I already purchased Minecraft on PC and on the 360. So,
So did I.
yeah, so the longer I have to wait until I pay more money to buy this game again, the better, in my opinion. I'm not really in a rush to
Yeah.
buy it again. I could play it on
Buy
my
it.
360.
You can buy it on your
time.
PS3 though and start like building crap and then transfer it over to
True, because the
PS4.
saves do transfer.
Right.
That's great.
But that's buying the game again.
Or
and then
transferring
buying
it to your
again.
Xbox One.
You might, yeah, that might be buying it twice then,
It could be-
because
yeah.
it might not be cross-buy.
No. Ooh.
I
You
don't
know?
think the PS3 version
Is that
is
cross-buy?
the same as the PS4 version.
I know they said that your saves transfer.
Yes,
they
yeah.
didn't say
it's the
anything
same thing
about
with
being,
Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but you still have to rebuy it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I've already bought it on.
I wouldn't do that.
Xbox One or not Xbox One
360.
on 360
I'd just
and
rather start
PC.
with a clean slate on the PS4. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't mind buying it again. Minecraft is always a fun time.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So they delayed the game so they could have more time to work on the last gen editions.
Mhm.
Whatever. Mojang recently released a statement saying that except the
Mojang.
Moj. What did I say?
Mojang. It's
Oh.
Mojang.
Whatever.
Mojang.
Recently released a statement saying they expect that the PlayStation 4 version of the game could be out as early as this year's second financial quarter. It was also recently confirmed that players will be able to take their existing Minecraft world saves and transfer them.
Okay. Yeah, like, there was an image that was released on Mojang's, or 4J's Twitter,
Right.
and it was Perfect Dark Rum, which is, I think it's Perfect Dark, which is, they 4J actually ported that to the Xbox 360 arcade as well.
Okay.
So it's this picture of this ROM, and in the background you see Minecraft running on what looks to be PS3 or PS4. You can tell because there's an X symbol.
No, I think it says PlayStation 4.
Does it? It does. PlayStation 4 console. It
Yeah.
says turn off the PlayStation 4 console. And then if you look down below, you can actually see it running on a PS Vita as well, and it's not remote play.
Is right. It's different, but is the Minecraft PS or Vita edition already out?
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
not. And you can see it running on the Vita, and it's not remote play because the screens are different. It's two
Right.
different things going on at once. And then also in the shot, you have a Xbox One controller and a PS4 controller. So it's coming soon. They wouldn't do this. It's obviously them trying to say it's coming soon, guys. It's going to be out
Are we in
very
the second
soon.
quarter yet? What month is it? Almost.
Almost.
So
It's May.
Soon.
should be looking for soon.
I'm excited. I'll get it.
It's. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god,
Yeah, I'm not excited for it,
but
but
you know,
like, I
I'm
can
still
wait
gonna
for
get
to
it.
come out.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna play it for hours. I'm
We'll
still
be
gonna
on there,
like,
you
build
know.
shit.
Yeah.
So it's Minecraft. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Fine.
All right.
All right.
So I want to bring up Wolfenstein: The New Order real quick.
Sounds good.
I'm getting the game.
Never played it.
Never played.
I've never played Wolfenstein either, but it looks pretty good, and I like that whole like augmented like history thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Assassin's Creed 3 was, which is why I like that game so
when
much.
they mess with the timeline of what really happened in real life. Okay.
So this one, it's going to be like an augmented.
If
World
I
War
recall
II.
correctly, the trailer has like a mech in it, right?
Mecha
like,
Hitler?
like a guy and like a
Yeah,
it's like a cyborg.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it Mecha
So
Hitler?
that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe.
Because I think I've heard things about Mecha Hitler.
Should be
being a
Mecha
thing.
Hitler. Should be Mecha.
It's a game of
every,
Cards Against
Mecha
Humanity.
Nazis in general.
But anyway, the real reason I want to bring that up
Yeah.
is because they released the specs for it recently.
Okay.
Specs.
They also did for Watch Dogs, and let me just bring this up before I continue. Watch Dogs is only going to be 20 gigabytes of space.
Is it?
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Like
Only
It's not
20
bad.
gigabytes.
I
no,
mean,
I'm saying that's like really good.
That's not bad, but that's only in terms of next gen. If this was previous gen, it'd be bad. But for those that aren't on board with the next gen,
Infamous
that's
Second
not bad.
Son was 22 gigabytes.
Right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So
for
it's
next
not
gen.
impossible.
And it's way
20
smaller
20
than
gigabytes is really good. Wolfenstein: The New Order, 47 gigabytes.
Wow.
You need available on your hard drive for both PS4 and Xbox One.
Both.
Both.
Okay.
Now let's go through the specs more specifically. PlayStation 4, again, 47 gigabytes for install. Voice commands are going to be optional
For PS4.
for PS4.
Okay.
So I guess there's going to be some kind of thing in the game about that. Whatever. Xbox One, 47 gigabytes to install. Connect support for voice commands in English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish.
Okay.
Xbox 360. The game is including 4 discs,
Wow.
including the first disc.
For a Wolfenstein game?
Including the first disc that is a mandatory installation disc.
So it's like GTA 5.
It's like Final Fantasy whatever. It was like 6 discs.
Okay.
And the first
5
one is just an install.
Was
Oh,
it-
it's that too?
Wasn't like every Final Fantasy game at least 4? Like I think the most.
The
was
one
4
I got,
discs.
it was 6 discs. I opened the fucking box. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Which one did you get?
Yeah. 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
13.
13's not 6 discs, is it?
Maybe it's not there. I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's 3 discs. I'm being told by our crew that it's
3
discs,
Okay.
not 6. What
I thought it was 6.
Did you
Well,
buy
you
it
know what?
twice?
Maybe the box was really heavy and you just...
I thought it was 6.
No, it's 3.
Whatever, that was a long time
No,
ago.
no Final
Listen.
Fantasy game exceeded 4 discs.
LA Noire
if
was
I'm
3.
Correct.
LA Noire was 3, and that's a big game.
That,
Well,
it's big. It's, yeah.
That's a pretty big game.
It was a big game.
It's good, right?
It was
Yeah.
a good game.
I love that game.
We talked about it already earlier today, so
Yes.
It's
I love
awesome.
it so much I'm talking about it twice.
Game's awesome.
Top notch.
I hope they make another one. I want a sequel to that one.
Yeah.
I know what I said before. I'm contradicting myself.
Could
I
you
want a sequel
imagine?
to that one.
Yeah.
Because it already looks great with like the facial recognition and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It couldn't be a direct.
What's it gonna be like on
continuation of the
PS4?
story, though. No
What?
spoilers.
It's gonna
but-
be like PS4 like next gen
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
because fucking
GTA 5.
because Infamous Second
Second
Son
Son too, you're
that,
right.
Those facial animations
Yeah.
were like stunning.
Yeah. Alright, specs. Run down.
Specs. Give me those
I
specs.
just went through 364 discs, including the first disc that is first disc that is mandatory installation. PlayStation 3, hard drive requirements for a PS download, 17 gigabytes on the PS3.
Okay.
But
Does it fit on one disc on PS3? Because it's Blu-ray?
yes, it does.
Okay.
That's
One
cool.
disc. But
That's
if
what it
you
usually
want to download,
is
if you want to download it, it's 17 gigabytes.
Okay.
Still pretty big.
That
Because
is
the
pretty
PS3, well, the Slim, the one I have, is like 150 to begin with.
Mhm.
And I tried downloading the free games, and I can only download 2 before it said, "Oh, there's no more space on this console."
Yeah.
So, I can't imagine how annoying that is.
Now, I want to think about it like this. The graphics look great. The game looks pretty good. I know they had to go back and fix a couple of things, and they did a lot of things to the Wolfenstein, but the graphics look amazing so far, what I've seen.
Mhm.
And I want to say that MLB, the show, 2014, is around the same amount of gigabytes needed to install.
How many gigabytes was it?
Around 40 to 50. 50 is the highest it would.
It was 50.
It was high.
Are you sure?
That's silly.
I am almost positive that it was that much.
So silly.
I didn't even look when I installed it.
I'm almost 100% positive. And the load times, which we're doing a review on MLB.
We'll do that in another
We'll
thing.
do that in another thing, but the load times on that were absolutely
They're fucking ridiculous.
horrible. And if that happens to Wolfenstein, no one will put up with that.
I don't think so. If it's taking up that much space, it needs.
Well, I feel like I have to ask. You have bought like almost every game that's coming out for the PS4. Almost
True.
every game.
Yeah, yes.
So you've installed it on your PS4. How much space do you have left? Like you're going to get this game.
I'm
and
gonna
you're
get,
going
if
to get Watch Dogs.
I'm gonna get this game in Watch Dogs, and I'm gonna be done.
That sounds about right.
I'll still have like 30 gigabytes left, but I'm at about 100 right now,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be getting the free PS Plus games every month.
Yeah.
Well, not
um,
really big. Like stick it to the man.
Well, I know, but still, that just adds on top of it. So this summer, it's no choice. I need to upgrade my hard drive. So this brings me back to my point: the inevitability of space run out on next gen systems.
Yeah.
It's coming, but
Well, that's
maybe
been a fear since the specs were
Right.
announced for the consoles.
Definitely.
Because
Well-
they started saying that the games were going to be at least 20 gigabytes and like no.
Well, when they first announced the consoles, they said, "Hey, it's going to come with a 500 gigabyte hard drive." We're like, "Oh, fuck yeah!"
But
that's
then they
awesome.
said,
and then they're like, "Oh, we're going to have to install every game, and they're going to be this much space." And
Exactly.
we're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But,
See, my biggest complaint about this whole situation is, at the current state of the PS4, you can only go up to 1.5 terabytes. You can't go any higher.
Right. Well, you can, but your system runs slow.
Exactly, and no one really wants that.
Right. But
on the
and
PS4,
on the Xbox One,
there's no external.
You can't
change it.
You can't plug in external things right now. I don't think. Right.
I don't
on,
think
on
so.
either thing. But you also can't change it.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do when our Xbox Ones run out of space?
Exactly. That's a big issue. They need to think about this, and they need to talk about this.
If I'm correct, Xbox One's going to release an update that allows you to put external like flash drives in, like you could on the 360.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're both working on it right now.
Yeah. I mean, for now, it seems we're just going to have to delete games that we're not playing.
Yeah, but then do your achievements and your trophies go in?
No, they are linked to your account.
Oh, then I probably won't care. But I'm still gonna I don't want to delete my crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there's something satisfying about going to my like the dashboard and just seeing all the games.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I actually like how the PS4, even though the disc isn't in, you'll still see your games.
Right.
You'll see the game with every single game you have, the disc ones. Mm-hmm. I really like that, and it's like kind of like
you can do the same thing on the Xbox One if you go to your library, but
yeah, I really like that, and it's gonna suck to have to delete some of the games.
Well, are you gonna upgrade or not?
Am I gonna upgrade?
It's only $100.
I would like to.
Maybe we'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description to the kind of
I found one on Amazon for it's like $114, which I'm totally fine with putting out.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then you can. Here's what's cool. There's actually a company right now that is taking. What they're doing is they're giving you a 1.5 terabyte. It's the one you need for the PS4, and you send they get it all ready for you, but they'll also send you screwdrivers and a plastic casing housing for your 500 gigabyte PlayStation 4 hard drive. So what you do is you take your PlayStation 4 500 gigabyte, take it out, put a housing on it, and then you have your own external hard drive, and then you have a 1.5 one ready for PS4. So it's pretty much like they're giving you.
How much does it cost?
I think that one was 150 or 160. I don't know if it was a hybrid drive.
I might do that.
Yeah, it's not bad. And if not, you can even just buy the case for what, like $10,
right.
$15. It's not
but
that big a deal.
you only need a Phillips head to open up your PS4.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through like the 360 where you have to get like some complicated fucking thing
that nobody fucking has.
And then you break the whole thing, can't put it back together. And
then
at least the 360 had
Remember the one we took apart?
Oh, don't even
fucked.
Let's not talk about this right now.
It's happened to quite a few people that I know.
Yeah.
Took apart their Xboxes and couldn't put it back together.
Well, when you get the red ring, you want to try to fix it. And
well, I sent mine in. I got my red ring. Well, I had Xbox 360 at launch.
Yeah.
And I got red ring like a year in. And yeah.
See, I've never gotten the red ring. What happened to me was I would play a game. This just happened at random. I came home from school one day, excited to play a game that my friend let me borrow. It was the Force Unleashed, actually. I remember.
Oh,
and I put it in, and it wouldn't read the disc. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I started noticing that it's like a grinding sound whenever the disc would spin.
Mm.
And it wouldn't read any game. It wasn't just Star Wars.
Did it fuck up the disc?
Yeah,
the discs were fine. Like, I checked. I was freaking out because it wasn't my game. My friend let me borrow it.
Gotcha. Because usually that sound, the grinding, is when you tilt your Xbox, when it's like...
Oh, that happened to me with Dead Rising.
Well,
I didn't know it did that.
We were playing Rock Band, too.
Oh,
once,
yeah.
And our
had a whole bunch of people over.
If they turned it over while the game was running.
Oh, that happened to me...
Lawnmower.
That happened to me with Skate 2, and was at a friend's house, and I freaked out. And...
now I have the Slim.
But the weird thing was, I got it cleaned, and it would work on every Xbox except for mine.
Yeah, you told me about this. That's ridiculous.
I really like the Slim, 360 Slim.
Yeah.
Which one? The one with the touch buttons, or the...
No, the one with the touch buttons. Not the matte crap. The glossy touch buttons.
Yeah, because they did an Xbox One.
Oh, and now they did another 360 one. Oh, that one looks retarded.
It's like the Xbox One.
It looks like an
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Well, see, I had the Xbox Slim, and I fucking hate it. Like, it's cool that...
Really?
It's so annoying. It's cool that it's small, but if you want to plug a flash drive into it, you're going to turn your Xbox on and off like 4 times.
Oh.
Because getting a flash drive in that is ridiculously hard.
You're right.
And...
plug it in the back.
Like, you're trying...
There's like one or...
But that's even harder to get to.
Yeah.
So...
See, I like the Slim because it has the Wi-Fi built in. I have the Elite.
Well, that's cool, but like...
Yeah, you don't have to spend $100 to get the fucking wireless adapter.
Yeah.
But the touch buttons are so goddamn annoying. Like,
yeah.
I open and close my disk drive all the time because I accidentally hit it when I'm trying to move it. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. All right.
But it does have a 250 gig hard drive, which is pretty awesome.
Which is a lot.
I'm not even close to being...
Like, I've downloaded every free game that Gold came out with so far, and I still have plenty of space.
See, I haven't done that because...
I haven't done that.
I have 125 gigabytes.
I haven't interested in any games, really, either.
Well, I just downloaded them anyway.
Yeah, but they released... Bioshock Infinite was a free game, right?
That's
on
PlayStation.
PS Plus.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a Bioshock one?
No.
Oh, it was an Assassin's Creed game that they had.
I know they had.
I already owned it, so I didn't.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I
Did
gotcha.
you download ones you already own?
I didn't download Halo 3 or Gears of War. I've downloaded...
Yeah.
Well, they released, like, Dead Rising 2, which I didn't own. They
Yeah,
released
we played that a little
Sleeping
bit.
Dogs, which I didn't own. Like, every game that I don't have, I'll download it. But I don't play it because then it'll fuck up your achievements.
Now, listen, those install sizes, though.
Because you're an achievement whore.
Well, yeah, I can't... I can't
Listen,
do it.
Those install sizes aren't that bad.
And...
They were like 20
Wait,
something.
GTA. How much was GTA 5?
Oof.
That
That was the mandatory
I think
install.
that was...
Right. It wasn't that much though. Was it?
I know Halo 4 was 8 gigabytes required, and
That's not
GTA was bigger than that. I think GTA was like 16. If I'm
It's not bad, though.
If I'm remembering correctly, somewhere in that.
But GTA is so advanced. There's so much crap in that game. That's
It was made for next gen, in my opinion.
Hopefully they'll release it.
You
on
know what I
next
mean?
gen.
It was made for next gen.
Well-
But not made, but it could. When they port it, it's going to be an easy job.
Well, pretty much all the major games
true.
that came out like the end of the lifespan of the previous gen
They
got
started.
remade.
Well, yeah, they
Like,
started getting awesome. Like they
like
started using.
Tomb Raider and not Watch Dogs. Last of Us is coming out in the summer.
Yeah.
So
Well, I heard
Why
Last of
would-
Us. I heard Last of Us. They had to the disc was like on its last leg. Like they couldn't fit any more data on the disc. It was so filled trying to get this thing to be perfect for the PS4.
but with like all the re-releases on the next gen, hopefully GTA comes out. I'd buy it again.
I would.
fucking love that game.
I would buy it again.
And
I
playing
don't know if
online
I'd buy it
would be
again.
awesome. I'd buy it again. That was a lot of fun,
don't
especially
know.
playing online with friends.
GTA Online, just for that.
Just playing online with friends. Like, when we played,
It was fun.
It was so much fun.
It was fun.
You
well, the heists.
Although
The heists aren't out yet.
you didn't get the full like experience of it because yours broke after like 2 weeks
Yes.
True.
because you
Right,
knocked it
I-
over. You knocked your Xbox over.
Whatever.
it
And the
broke.
lawnmower.
Back to that.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was my Slim though. They should have fixed that. I guess there's no way they can fix that.
Okay. So let's get back to the hard drive sizes. I seriously do think that it's a problem. We're gonna run into a problem soon, and it's not good. And
Even with
Well,
1.5
it's been a
terabytes, this is 6 months into this generation.
and you're already.
I'm already done, pretty much.
500.
Like I got 2 games left and I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what? In like another year, am I gonna have to? What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I've been pretty picky about the games that I buy
Mhm.
because I don't want that to happen. So like I've been keeping that in mind since the beginning. Like as soon as I got mine, I was like,
I don't really care.
see now I have to make sure what I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
because then I'm not gonna be able to play them anymore if I buy too many.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
That's why I've only bought like Infamous. If I want to play a game, I just borrow it from you because you have
Because I
everything.
buy everything.
Yeah. All right. So Wolfenstein, big install. Is it gonna be worth it?
I think it's gonna be worth it. I think the game looks awesome.
It looks good. The graphics are beautiful.
And
they really are.
Also, something I want to bring up. You mentioned it. The dual wielding, right?
Oh yes.
That wasn't put in the game, and then a fan's like, "Can we have dual wielding?" And they put it in.
I'm pretty sure actually someone that like I said, I'm not familiar with Wolfenstein
Right.
at all, but I'm pretty sure dual wielding was a big part of the original games.
Okay.
And someone, maybe the creator of the original game or someone, I don't know, they were like, so there's dual wielding, right? And the developers were like, yeah, and they just put it in, and it worked.
That's
Cause
cool,
pretty
though.
sweet.
Yeah, there's been some screenshots like dual pistols and stuff like that. So
Dual wielding's cool. Dual wielding in Halo, the Halo games is always fun.
Mhm.
I got rid of it in Reach, but
What
we
game?
put it back.
I played a game. I didn't like it. I can't remember it. But
dual wielding,
it needs to be right.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can't have like two hands
Like in
on the
COD,
screen, you know.
Like during this, like the story shit,
Well,
it was so
sometimes you can.
fucking
That's
stupid.
what they did in Halo. And
No,
it's-
sometimes it works. It does. It
But
depends
in
on how
COD,
the hands move.
in COD, it didn't work.
You don't think so?
I
Like when you have the akimbo?
right because at that point it's not even aiming.
True.
I think
Well,
I
it's
think
kinda
it
hard.
was stupid in COD. I didn't like it.
well, in real life,
I think-
aiming with dual pistols is kind of hard.
Dual magnums. Your hands are gonna be
know.
flying.
It's just
I'm
kind of
just
like
saying.
you're
I
feeling
didn't,
where it's gonna
I
go.
didn't think it.
I got you. No, I understand.
That's just me.
All right,
All right, moving on.
let's do it.
Sony patents this week. They've done this. I don't. We'll get to it, but they. What is it? A new patent. Guns Up joins 3 other games related to Sony trademarks that have been filed to lead up to E3. The
Okay.
other games. So Guns Up was the first one.
Okay.
They also did Entwined, Killstrain, and Bloodborne. So let's go through these one by one. Guns Up. What do you
Any-
think that's going to be?
Any information at all, or is that all
Well,
we
they're
have?
just patents. They're trademarks
Oh.
that they're doing
Guns up.
for new games. It's Sony Software Entertainment or Sony Corporation software trademark.
Ah.
Nah,
Softcore
Having trouble?
porn
I'm having
entertainment.
trouble talking.
yeah, obviously.
So guns up.
Guns Up.
Stroke.
Guns up.
It's gonna be a western.
I actually was gonna say, you know the game Gunstringer for the Xbox Connect? Gunstringer,
Oh,
the puppet,
yeah.
where it's like, it's a puppet. You play as
Fuck the Kinect.
you hold your hand out like this, and you like to move forward. You have to like do weird things with your hand, but it's like a puppet. Like the guy's a puppet, and you play as him.
Does it work?
It works. I tried the demo. It works. It's fun. It's like one of the Connect gems. But anyway,
One of like
the few
three
that
of
they
them.
are.
the few that there are,
There's probably like
it is
three
one.
gems, 2
Yeah.
dancing games, and
See, I
and
think
a puppet
Kinect
game.
Sports
Yeah.
is the most fun. more
Kinect Sports is
honestly.
fun.
It's not like great, but it's just
Yeah.
fun to fuck around.
But I think Guns Up, the
Dance
title.
Central was fun if you like dancing.
Yeah,
I like dancing.
Not a fan of dancing, so I mean.
See, I'm a fan of dancing. That was fun.
I liked it.
Good
Alright.
game.
Guns Up, title. Very, like you said, westerny, and it makes me think of
it's
Ghostwringer.
kind of like, though. I obviously know this actually matters. They're just trademarks. You don't know what they're going to be. They could be indie games, could be like stupid, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Guns
just
Up.
speculation.
Guns Up sounds like an indie game, in my opinion.
Like maybe like a Western platformer or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
What do you think? Guns Up.
Well,
First-person
E3 is
shooter,
like-
third-person shooter.
E3's coming in like a couple weeks.
I don't
so
even know if
they'll
we're going to
probably
hear. They're just doing this before E3. Makes me think that hey, they might talk about it at E3 or show it
Probably
or something.
talk about
Because
it.
they might
But
not
we
even,
don't know. We don't know.
They might not even be in development yet.
Right, they might
just
just
have a
be
name.
things that they
Mhm.
do. Yeah.
Guns up.
Entwined.
Guns are gonna be up.
Entwined.
Entwined?
I think that sounds like an
Fantasy.
indie game. Fantasy?
I think it's going to be a fantasy indie game. Entwined.
It sounds like it's gonna have a Child of Light feel.
That's what I was feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Entwined.
Again, all this is just speculation. We don't,
Of course.
We don't know. We're just,
Guessing.
whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because Child of Light was good.
Charlie was awesome.
Child of Light's
It
good. You
sounds
can
like
check out our review on hapticintel.com.
And Stick It to the Man, previously mentioned.
Yes,
Shameless
that one
plug.
as well. Shameless self-plug. Go ahead.
Alright, Killstrain. I think Killstrain and the next one after that's Bloodborne. But
Zombie games.
zombie games,
Virus games.
virus something.
Yeah.
Strain.
Or maybe Killstrain could be some kind of fighting game? New fighting?
I don't think it's gonna be. That doesn't
New
look like
fighting
a
IP?
game.
What's the
It's-
first one? What's it called?
Bloodborne?
Bloodborne. That could be a Asian, like, you know what I mean? Like a Dynasty Warriors kind of feel, you know what I mean? Because it's like Bloodborne, like it's like history.
No, but Born is spelled,
with a U?
It's gonna be like,
Like Airborne?
Skyrim.
yeah, it's spelled
So
with a U, I think.
blood.
Like, no, wait, no, it's not.
Hmm.
Unless I spelled it wrong. I don't know.
Killstrain could be like a. Sound, you know Shadow Complex?
Yes.
That
Heard of it.
platforming game? It
Yeah.
sounds like it's gonna be like that. Killstrain.
Again,
That vibe.
I get zombies, blood,
Bloodborne.
virus.
Some kind of virus, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all speculation. Okay, continuing. Xbox One TV was recently announced.
Okay.
We all knew it was coming, but they recently had a conference and they showed developers it, stuff like that. Whatever.
I am indifferent about the whole. I really don't
They
care.
they showed some cool trailers and stuff at the conference, but whatever about it.
I don't have an opinion about it. I don't watch TV.
The only
so,
the only thing I think you would like is the Halo thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
but
that
Halo's
Halo-
like-
Oh,
I think Halo's
did-
good as a game.
Yeah, but listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen
though.
to this. Ready?
The Halo thing, which you would think, hell yeah, they'd keep just on the Xbox One. Like motherfuckers, you have
wait,
to
no, they're playing
you have
on-
to watch it.
Playing on Showtime,
Right,
correct?
Yeah.
right. It's going to air on Showtime first, and then later be a live stream to your Xbox.
That is really dumb.
That is so stupid. They're
I
like,
agree.
hey, we have this fucking amazing game that is just our thing. Hey, let's go ahead and put it on Showtime first.
Alright, I'm just happy that Xbox is finally delivering with the TV, because I kind of think they put a lot of emphasis on it. TV,
Well,
at
yeah.
the announcement. And
They
it's...
even
Good.
yeah, when they unveiled the Xbox One, all they talked about was TV.
Yeah.
And even at E3, they were like, we're going to talk about games, but they still talked about TV.
Yeah.
That's a
And it
big
was
thing.
like,
They're trying.
Xbox is the entertainment system.
I don't think
they
they
still
should.
have. They're still going to have good games.
In my opinion, it's not
like
something to
Quantum
try
Break.
on.
I'm so excited for that game. That's Remedy. That's
Which one?
Quantum Break, which is
Oh.
being made by Remedy, who did Alan Wake, which is like one of my favorite games of all time. I'm
Mhm.
really excited about
I'm
that.
looking forward to that game. I think it's pretty.
But they're
lame.
also doing a TV show about that.
Well, yeah,
Are they?
that's why I
Mhm.
think it's lame. They're going to like incorporate like game graphics and then live action, which I always thought was stupid. I never liked it.
I think that might work.
I don't think it's going to
Quantum Break has awesome graphics. if you
Well,
get
the
into it.
trailer they released was like the live action footage, the acting. It's really bad in my opinion. Like, it's so generic and nothing new, and I didn't like it.
I don't know anything about this game, so I'm just gonna sit back.
Well, anyway, Xbox One TV though. It's what they wanted to. You'd think they'd have it at launch.
Yeah, you really do think they would. They'd have their shit together. They'd do it, you know.
But, I'm indifferent about it. I don't really care.
I
At
think it's
least they're
pretty
trying.
clear.
I'll probably watch Halo on Showtime.
I think it's pretty clear from the beginning that Xbox hasn't really had their shit together.
It's true. And
So,
they're kind of just like
Evan-
scrambling to get everything back to the way it's supposed to be.
Well, I'm so glad they got rid of non-metric. That's a step in the right direction.
I agree.
Hey, we have this console. If you want to be offline, you can go fuck yourself.
It's called the Xbox 360. For the Xbox, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
All right.
What are some just overall games before we actually move on that we're excited for this summer?
This summer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's not
Let's
include
see.
Let's not include Watch Dogs.
See, the game I'm most excited for in the world ever, probably since I've been born, I don't know when it's fucking coming out.
It's not going to come out.
Final Fantasy 15. That game looks amazing, and I've been looking forward to that game since
How
2006.
many E3s has it been out so far?
What?
How many E3s has it been out so far?
Since 2006.
Okay,
Since
then.
it was announced in 2006.
All right.
They announced...
Guess what?
How many
years?
wait,
What year are we in? That's 8 years later.
They announced... Well, here's the thing. They announced it in 2006. They announced 13 with Lightning, who no one fucking liked.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, oh, wait, there's also Versus 13. And there was this badass dude, like, teleporting all over the place with these swords. He was like the next Cloud. And then, ever since then, I was like, oh, what's this game? It caught my attention immediately. And then, like, everything... They just released a couple trailers, but it was never talked about at E3. And then in 2011, they released... It wasn't an E3, it was like this weird Square Enix conference that they had, where they announced, like, the Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And then they released some gameplay for it, which was like, it looks pretty good. I still get it. And then it just like fell off the map. And then last E3 they released new gameplay, and it looked fucking amazing. Like I creamed, everywhere.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts 3, but whatever.
That's confirmed for E3 though.
I know, but Final Fantasy 15 is not.
Well, Last Guardian has been teased, the Sony exclusive game has been teased for...
Well, they said something about that. They said, we're glad fans are still excited.
And it's been, I don't know if we're probably not going to talk about it tonight, but there is actually some leaked info about E3, Sony, and in the leak, it actually says The Last Guardian will be making an appearance for PS4.
Oh.
So...
That's pretty cool.
I didn't know.
If that's gonna, well, that's all speculation. But if they're gonna do that, why wouldn't? I mean, I know it's not the same developers or anything like that. But come on, if there's hope that Last Guardian can make it on the PS4 after a whole generation, it skipped a whole generation.
See, I'm not worried about Final Fantasy 15 not coming out.
It's just when.
Yeah, it's going to come out because literally everyone's excited.
Wait another
for it.
8 years.
No, because they released Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns. Nobody fucking liked Lightning to begin with, so it makes no fucking sense.
No, I know what's gonna happen. Ready?
So everyone's excited for this shit.
Microsoft's going to buy the rights. Microsoft's going to buy the rights to it, right?
It's already on the Xbox One.
Listen,
it's not an exclusive.
It's going to be an exclusive, but it's not even going to be a game. They're just going to put it on Xbox TV, and it's going to be a series.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
No, they're just going to release like multiple trailers. It's not even going to be a thing. Just trailers all the time.
You're right. Yeah, there's
for the
every
longest
trailer that's
time,
been out so far.
Everyone thought it got canceled because they stopped talking about it.
Gotcha.
And then they announced it. If they don't talk about it, I'm going to be really fucking mad.
Final Fantasy 15 will see you on Xbox TV in 2015.
No, we're not. We're
Yes.
no,
PS4
2025.
2025, because you got to wait a little bit longer.
Better
It's going to be on the next Xbox after that.
Okay.
Xbox 2.
Fuck that shit.
Alright.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 was just announced. So,
Yeah.
I think 15 is more promising for it to come out. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not going to come out for like another 10 years. No,
They're also going to show HE Remake, which should come out pretty soon.
The new HD.
That's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Is it? I
Yeah.
don't
Kingdom
Are you
Hearts
excited for that?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time.
Okay.
I don't care about Kingdom Hearts. What's your...
Okay, here's my look at
that
things. Here's my look at things. I personally am starting to get the feeling that if I start watching some videos of these new games that are coming out and I start getting hyped, I'm gonna get disappointed like I did with Watch Dogs, and it's
That's
gonna
why I
take
stopped watching
forever.
trailers. I've only seen like 2 gameplay videos of Watch Dogs, and then I stopped because they're showing too much.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a disappointment.
No, I agree 100%.
They
And
like I think that's why Grand Theft Auto 5 was so exciting because they hardly showed anything.
It came out of
for it.
nowhere.
They showed the trailer that was like vague, like cinematic trailer, and then they showed a vague multiplayer
And then it became
online
the
trailer
best-selling video
of just
game
like
of
what
all
you can
time.
do.
yeah, they did it right.
In one day.
And then it sold over 1 billion copies.
They did it right.
in like 3 days.
They
correct?
definitely did it right. Yes. I'm excited for. Like I said, I'm not really into it. Like I don't know, Quantum Break. You said there's a game coming out. I have no idea.
It's not coming out this summer, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think they have a release date yet.
Well, I have no idea about
It's not
that game
coming
at
out.
all because
That game's not going to come out.
I don't.
Fuck you.
I don't keep up with that. So my games that I'm looking forward to, it's not this summer. It's just in general what I'm looking forward to right now. Games that I'm excited for. Super Smash Brothers because I have a 3DS. I've never owned a Wii to play. I had the GameCube. You know.
Wii she.
Yeah, I had Melee for the GameCube, but I haven't been able to play Brawl. So I'm really excited that I have a 3DS and I can actually play the next Smash Bros. Game. And another game I'm really excited for is Destiny, which I wasn't hyped until probably last month when this guy released this new video and it gave every single fact.
We'll talk about Destiny.
We'll talk about Destiny.
I'm not sold on Destiny.
I know you guys aren't sold, but
I loved Halo, but the thing I liked about Halo the most, I was never really engrossed in the story because it's like good, but it's really confusing, and I didn't get into Halo until like the 3rd one. But I love the competitive multiplayer.
Yeah.
So if Destiny has that, like I know it has co-op definitely, where you can get like a little squad going on.
Yeah.
And wreck shit.
Exactly.
Wreak some havoc on.
I think it's
planets.
groups of 3. So I mean.
All right, we'll get to that in a second.
Yo, go squad deep in this
I'm
shit.
excited for it, not just in the summer. This year, Alien Isolation.
I haven't seen much, like I said.
I'm trying not to see
I've
much.
seen some
Yeah,
gameplay.
I don't want
for
to be
it.
spoiled
It looks
for it.
number one. It looks awesome.
I'll wait for it to come out
Okay,
because
now-
Alien games have been known to
I was just gonna
fucking
say.
blow.
Well, they've been terrible, but this one, like, they're going back to like the original story of like the movies. They're sticking with that whole fan base. I love the Alien movies. It's like one of my favorite series of all times.
Yeah,
I think
Prometheus
the,
happened.
the Alien movies are good, but let's be real.
I hate Prometheus.
The scares of the first Alien movie don't really hold up, and it's just, the game's just survival horror, right? Like it's supposed to be scary.
To an extent.
So
It's not like
Well, I've seen
Dead
some
Space.
gameplay. It's.
hopefully it'll be scary because
I don't even care about that. Give me a good
and hopefully
story.
it doesn't like well when I play a scary game I want to be scared. Like
I think it
But-
should be scary.
I think
It'd be good.
It'll be scary.
if they want to play a scary game, if they want to make it scary,
There's gonna be more
the
atmosphere about that
For
game.
me, one of the most perfect scary games is Babysitter Bloodbath because that game was fucking terrifying.
They did it right.
But Outlast and
But
like
it's-
all these new games, they ain't scary.
they're pretty
just,
scary.
No,
Jump scares, but they're scary.
But jump
No,
scares suck.
Outlast. I just did a review on Outlast Whistleblower.
It's also on our channel.
Um.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, both with the original Outlast game and Whistleblower, it's scary for like 20 minutes.
It's scary for like.
And then you learn the
A
enemy's
second.
patterns, you know what's going to happen,
Exactly.
and you just run through.
But
I
that's
agree.
that's what it's always been like. Like ever since, because I was at a friend's house and he had it on PC, and he had it to where you could like play it on a PS3 controller. So I was playing it just like it would be a console game before it was released on the consoles, and every enemy has a pattern, and you just
Sure.
wait for them to walk by. You go past them,
Yeah.
and then you
That's
can
what
time it
that's
to
what I
where they
said in
come
my
back.
review. It's that becomes the norm of just learning the enemy's patterns. Where are they going to go around? And they got to a point where I didn't even give a shit. I just fucking ran by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
that's what I did. Like
Yeah.
if you want to succeed in Outlast, just sprint everywhere. Don't stop.
Remember the part with the doctor I was stuck at for a while? What happened was
Oh, yeah.
there's a doctor and he's looking for you, and you have to hide everywhere and don't let him see you. And it eventually got to the point where I wasn't even scared anymore. Like you said,
It was just
you were
annoying.
just like, this is so annoying. I just need to run
Yeah,
away from this dude.
I was there when you were playing it.
Yeah.
You eventually have to like, where the fuck do I go?
Yeah,
It wasn't
because
even
you have no
scary.
idea,
And
yeah.
every time the guy was like, hey, what are you doing? You just be like, fuck. And you just run away, hide in the bed. He'd be like, oh, he's not there. And then you just continue
Yeah,
doing it. It's not
exactly.
scary.
Exactly.
But Babysitter Bloodbath, however, the AI.
You really have a boner for this. Game.
Dude, it's fucking raging. It's going through the fucking table.
All right.
But the AI in that game
Mhm.
is randomized, so you don't know where the fuck
Exactly.
it's gonna be. So if you're walking, like the thing that got me is you open a door, and he's just right there.
Yeah.
And the
See,
thing
the
is,
randomization doesn't always work.
Daylight.
But it worked perfectly. Well, that has like puzzles.
No, I think
No,
Daylight tried
but
to
the
play
map-
on it and it just didn't work. But the way they did it
in Babysitter
in
Bloodbath.
Babysitter Bloodbath,
I
is
never,
the enemy is random.
I never played it.
The enemy
Yeah,
is
like
random.
the AI, the guy that chases you, it's a Michael Myers ripoff, but they can't call it they can't call it Halloween because of copyright issues. So instead of like the white mask, it's a clown,
Mhm.
but he still has a knife, and he just like chases you around the house. And eventually in the game, you have to go in the basement, and whenever he's around, the music kicks in, so you know he's there, and he's
Exactly.
like shit and run away. And then when music dies down, you're like safe to walk around. But you'd open a door, and he's right there in front of you, and you die instantly. There's no music. It's just terrifying. You don't know where he's going to be.
No.
That's what they need to do because it's an alien, and it goes through like the drain pipes.
Yes.
Well, that's what I
Exactly.
hope for. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Analog NT.
Analog NT. That's what it's called?
Analog NT,
Okay.
made by Analog Company.
Wow.
It is
Really? You don't say.
yeah.
Well, explain what it is first, then we'll tell them the price.
It's a NES Famicom HD player where you actually have to put the physical game copies in, which is kind of cool if you want to be like a collector.
It's nostalgic.
Right. Now,
Now.
that's what this is, right? So you think, oh, $100, $200? No, $500 price point.
Hmm.
Let me tell you something about this. It is only going to sell to the nostalgia effect.
It's true. I mean,
Also, if you don't already own Nintendo games, you can't play it. Because Nintendo games now, if you want to buy them, some of them are really fucking expensive.
Some of them do get
So it's like the
expensive.
$500 for
and
the
they're
system.
hard to find.
Yeah, and buying the Nintendo cartridges.
I mean,
so
you
if
can-
you
Well,
don't
I
already
think
have
it plays
the
more to
games,
people
you're fucked.
that maybe already own games and like
Yeah.
they want to like play it like in
But
HD,
still,
1080p.
500 games to be like, I want to play this game that wasn't made for HD, play it on HD. $500 is that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
See, though I would love like something to play like Famicom games on.
Yeah.
Like that's just
The Japanese Famicom, like, it would just
Yeah,
be, it'd be so
it's
sweet to play it.
awesome.
But this is where I would like to chime in. I purchased the console known as the Retron 3. And what the Retron 3 does, it allows you to play Nintendo games, and yes, Super Nintendo games, and Sega Genesis games, all on the same console.
How much is that?
This was $60, and it allows you to actually put your original controllers in as well. So, I'm experienced in this area here. I know what's going on. Now, here's the thing. All the games you want all the old games that you want, as in all the games that you see AVGN play, or you see, you know, all these YouTubers playing, they're going to go for a higher price, and you're going to be stuck playing, you know, ET level games, ET
Oh my God.
level games.
So
If
bad.
ET.
So
Go to New Mexico.
Yeah.
And just take one of the games they buried. It probably works.
So listen. So like, I went to my local game shop and I picked up this game called Mylon's Secret Castle. It's a really shitty NES game.
Mylon.
However, it was only $5, and AVGN did it. So I was like, wow, for an AVGN played game, you'd think this would be a little more expensive. So the games aren't that much. I know Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Genesis I have, that was $5. Sonic Spinball was also $5. So the games aren't that expensive. But would you want to spend $500 on a console to play them?
No.
No.
That's
When
like
you
an
can
Xbox
spend
One
$60.
with like
Here
nothing
though,
over it.
there's something else.
There is an alternative to, what is it called? The Analog?
Analog NT.
There's another one, and it is called the Retron 5. Now, I don't even know if they made a Retron 4, but I know they made the Retron 5. And the Retron 5 is so special because it has the ability to play all of the game systems I've said so far. So it plays the NES, it plays the SNES, it plays the Genesis, but it plays the Famicom, it plays the Super Famicom, all that. But what's really special about this one is it plays the Game Boy games. So you can put GBA games in it, you can put GB Color games in it, original Game Boys. It does it all. It also supports the original controllers, so it's just like the Retron 3. Now, here is the kicker. It has its own UI, its own interface, so it's not like you plug the game in and push start and it just launches up. There's going to be an interface you're greeted with, play game, you know, all the settings,
Like
all
a
that.
dashboard.
Like a dashboard, exactly. And another thing is, I'm pretty sure it has memory card and SD card support. So
I was just going to bring that up.
what's going to stop you from just getting ROMs and putting them on this console? What's going to stop you? What if someone finds a way to emulate a PlayStation 1 on this thing with the SD card? You can put, you know, who knows what this thing is capable of. It's,
Play Parappa.
dude, you don't even know. Like,
Crash Bandicoot.
there's a lot of
Or
things.
the best PlayStation 1 game ever, in my opinion, the Bloody Roar games.
Get out of here.
Bloody Roar 2 is shit.
All right.
I love that game.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Listen, this thing has Bluetooth.
Bloody Roar.
Fuck Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar.
This thing has
Bloody
Bluetooth.
Get over your stupid games.
We don't even know if this is gonna have PlayStation 1.
Suck a dick.
I'm just like saying it could possibly be an emulator. You know, it could do a lot of things. Now here's the thing: it has Bluetooth,
So the controller's wireless.
wireless controller, and you can also plug in your wired old controllers. You know, for the SNES, NES, whatever. Now, I really want to point out one thing: the price. Josh, how much does this thing run for? The Retron 5.
It's $139.99.
Okay.
So $140.
Damn.
$140 where you can play all of these games with its own user interface and put your ROMs on, or get the analog.
NT. And spend
$500
$500 for
some
NES
bullshit.
and Famicom.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So, buyer beware. Retron 5 is great, and analog
It's not great.
shitty is shit, so don't get it.
It's not great.
Yeah,
It is.
that's my thought on it.
Well, I mean, it'll still sell.
It'll sell, but how many?
I guess we'll find out. All right, moving on.
Let's move on.
We talked about Destiny a little bit.
Little
so
bit.
let's not go back into like, I'm not sold on it. He's not sold on it. You like it.
I am ready for it. You guys aren't sold on it, and
I'm gonna
I
pre-order
hope,
it.
whatever.
I hope with the beta,
yeah, the beta.
you guys will
Hopefully.
be sold.
Sell me.
We'll do preview videos about the beta.
Okay. So, Destiny, let's talk about it just a little bit more because I
Right.
don't think we got our fix
So-
on it.
We know that games like GTA 5 sold 1 billion copies in a day,
A billion
Yes.
copies.
which is a lot of fucking money.
Not in a day, 3 days. I think it sold 800 million.
Whatever.
In a day.
Regardless.
It's important.
So
important
Destiny-
knowledge.
It was a lot.
Destiny. They released new numbers, okay,
Okay.
about how much they're going to spend between development and advertising. Now
Okay.
let's put this into perspective before we say the actual number.
Okay.
Most movies are made for, like big budget movies nowadays, are made from anywhere from 150 to 200 million dollars, and then spend about another $100 million on like advertisements, stuff like that. So let's say around
Promotional.
300 to 400 million dollars for movies, right?
Okay.
Destiny, with its production costs and promotions, $500 million Bungie's going to spend.
Hmm.
$500 million dollars.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure that GTA 5 was developed for $527 million.
No, it's not. Because this
How
is
much was
this
it made
is
for? I'm pretty sure that was like the highest made.
no,
game.
this is going to be the most expensive game ever.
Isn't this just for advertising, or is this for the game as
No,
well?
500 is for production in the game.
Oh, okay.
This,
I was under the
they're
impression it
saying
was just
that
for advertising.
no, they're
That was
saying
really-
that this is going to be the most expensive video game ever made. So GTA 5 has to be a little bit more. We'll whatever.
Well, I heard that and I thought it was wrong because I thought GTA was like astronomically high, and it was like ridiculous. But it made up for
It was,
by
but it was
selling-
not that much.
by selling a
It was not that
billion
much.
Yeah.
plus.
So you
copies.
say the 1 billion plus copies.
billion.
Destiny has to sell over 60 million copies to make a profit.
How many?
16 million.
16.
Which is possible for a Halo game, maybe.
This is a new IP.
This is a new IP.
No one knows it.
This is Bungie, who has gone away from Halo. I feel like a lot of people, especially Xbox people, they have a bad taste in their mouth about Bungie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Destiny looks good, but I don't think... I think they're going to take a loss. I think they're going to eat it.
I think they shot for the stars a little too much here.
I think it has potential because some Halo fans would agree that Halo 4 was pretty lackluster, and Halo 4 was the first one not completely made by Bungie. Because Halo Reach was Bungie and 343 Studios, and then Bungie passed the torch. But everyone agrees, well, it's commonly agreed that 1, 2, and 3 were the best Halo games, and ODST.
Yeah.
So I think people would be like, well, if it's by Bungie, it should be like the original Halos, which were amazing games.
It's not. It's totally different, though.
Think about it like this. Titanfall.
But it still has
It still has aspects of it,
intergalactic elements.
Think about it like this. Titanfall was made by the guys from COD 4, correct?
Correct.
So a lot of people shot for the stars for that one too, and they said, oh, well, it's guys from COD 4. It's going to play just like COD 4. We missed that. We want that. And Titanfall is pretty lackluster. I mean, a lot of people like it. Then a lot of people I know traded it in day one because it wasn't what they thought.
It didn't live up to the hype.
Exactly.
And they
I didn't like Titanfall.
You played it?
I played it.
I did play it.
It's it feels like
I played it on PC, and
it feels like Halo and Call of Duty, but not a good blend of it.
I didn't. Enjoy
I feel that Destiny is going to have the same fate along the lines of how much money is being put into the game for advertisement, because literally Microsoft and Xbox put so much money into making Titanfall such a big deal. I mean, I wouldn't even have gotten excited for the game if Xbox didn't do what they did, which is what they were trying to do, obviously. But it wasn't enough to make me purchase the game, especially because all the bad publicity it got. Destiny, however, I'm excited for it. It looks really awesome. It looks really great, but they're spending so much money on making us think that it's that great. So is it really going to live up to it?
They're putting all their chips on the
I have
table.
to wait for the beta.
We'll have to see.
That's what
Beta,
I'm waiting for.
you're right.
Like I said, I'm not sold on it until that comes out.
We'll have to do an update on this.
Yeah.
Update.
The beta comes out in July.
Okay.
So.
July.
All right. Pokemon. New remakes have been announced.
Okay, so we got Omega Ruby and we have Alpha Sapphire. Now, I'm not really sold on these names. However...
Omega sounds pretty cool.
It does.
I like Omega
Alpha
Ruby.
and Omega, I think that's kind of cool.
It's cool, but I'm not really sure.
I tell you right now, I'm going to play the shit out of Sapphire.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why not Ruby?
What?
Why not Ruby?
Maybe he just has a...
Do you have a thing for Sapphire? Do you have a boner for Sapphire?
I do, a little bit. I mean,
I have
I'm not a
Ruby.
huge Pokemon guy, but I play the shit out of Emerald, and I've seen a lot from Sapphire.
I am a Gen 1 Pokemon fan. I have been there since the beginning.
Me too, man.
On the Game Boy.
Me too.
And I definitely... Ruby was in my heart. It was probably the first one. I was so young when the original ones came out that I couldn't really read some of the dialogue that was going on in the games. I was kind of just playing it. But the third gen, Ruby and Sapphire, were my first ones that I could actually understand what was going on. I actually beat it, you know what I mean? So I have a long history with Ruby and Sapphire, and I'm definitely going to pick up Ruby.
See, my heart lies with Gold and Silver, because those were the first games where I'm like, yo, these games are fun as shit.
Those remakes
But
were amazing.
Sapphire was the first one that I owned, so I really like Gen 3. Some of my favorite Pokemon are in Gen 3,
that one.
Like Blaziken. I really like Blaziken,
okay.
and I always forget his Shift Tree. Shift Tree was awesome.
Shift Tree's cool. So this is what I have to say about it. Heart Gold and Soul Silver were probably the best Pokemon games before X and Y came out. What do you think?
I agree.
Do you agree?
Heart Gold and Soul
I know you
Silver.
haven't played them.
Right, but they also released
great.
a little bit of gameplay as well,
Well,
right?
We'll talk
Before
about
then,
that. One sec.
Gold and Silver were the best games to come out because,
Yeah.
sure, there was ones after them, but nothing was as big as Gold and Silver. With Gold and Silver,
Kanto and Johto.
Yeah, you beat Johto, got all the Pokemon in there, beat the Elite Four, and then normally it's just catch the legendaries, and then you're done.
Exactly.
But no, it's catch the legendaries, go to Kanto, beat all those gym leaders, beat that Elite Four, catch those legendaries, and
Beat
then,
Red.
and then beat Red, and then you're done, and
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. So I definitely think that
Awesome.
Nintendo knows what they're doing. They are not dumb, and Pokemon is starting to turn into a Call of Duty kind of thing where it's every year we're almost expecting a new
Well,
game.
I dropped off Pokemon at Black and White. I really like
I know.
Diamond. I
Yeah.
like Diamond and Pearl. And then when Black and White came out and I saw the Pokemon, it was at that moment where it was they're getting kind of...
It was lackluster.
They're getting kind of stupid. I saw the Pokemon that was ice cream.
Yeah,
And I was
trash.
What the hell is that?
What?
Yeah, there's an ice cream cone Pokemon
See,
and a trash
I don't
Pokemon.
I don't know much about Pokemon.
And then
it's really
it was
boring,
at that moment where I was like, man, fuck Pokemon. And then X and Y came out. I was like, this is pretty fun.
X
So
and
I got
Y-
it. But the thing about X and Y, if you're not into competitive play and meticulously training Pokemon, you're gonna be disappointed. Because I beat that game in 2 days, and I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah, post game isn't that fun.
And then it
Unless
was
you're good.
thanks to you and some other friends of ours that I got into competitive play, and then it was awesome.
All right, yeah. So like you said,
A little bit of gameplay
a
release.
little bit of gameplay released today, and we
And
actually
by little bit, we mean hardly nothing.
hardly nothing.
Because
So
it was literally Groudon and Kyogre,
coming up
like a
and-
panning shot.
Yeah.
Which isn't surprising because if you have Groudon and Kyogre in X and Y, you know what their models look like.
Yeah, so here's the
it's
thing.
Stupid.
So here's the thing. The models look beautiful, like they did in X and Y. The animations look a bit more detailed. They do. Some of
They should.
the things that happen, like I know Groudon, for example, when he rose up, the sky like turned red and there was like magma everywhere. I mean, if that's what happens when you throw him out of your Pokeball, like it's that much. And
I don't think that's going to happen.
Maybe it was the sunny day effect because he has drought, I believe, as his ability. So maybe that's it. And I know that Kyogre has drizzle. So like when Kyogre comes out,
drizzle.
it's just rain pouring down on him. And I think his 3D model looks especially cool because he's actually in the water. He's not just floating in the air. They actually make him sticking out of the water. Now, we don't know if this is going to be when you first encounter them or not, but
When you capture him, if you're fighting and you throw him out, is he going to be sticking out of the ground or is he going to be like floating?
see, that's what we don't know.
See, because that'd be really weird.
Because all they released was this. So we really don't know much about this game.
Fucking
I'm-
disappointment.
I'm
To the
excited.
max.
I'm really excited, but it's a disappointment what they showed so far.
I wouldn't say I'm excited. I'm going to get it.
You're not
but-
excited? I've been excited for years about
Well,
this. And it
here's the
wasn't even
thing.
announced.
Like, I'm going to get it because it's Pokemon. And like I
course.
said, I really enjoyed Ruby and Sapphire.
Mhm.
But it's not a game where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this game. And I'm going to be so much fun with this game.
I'm
It's like-
pre-ordering it, getting it day one, and I'm going to beat it within a day. That's what's going to happen.
All right. Well, we'll see more about it soon, probably.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, guys. That'll do it for us at Haptic Intel. This was Hapticast, our video podcast.
Yeah, it was.
And,
it was quite the podcast.
It was quite the podcast. It was a good first round here. I'm happy.
I enjoyed myself.
So if you guys like this and we get positive feedback, we'll do more of these. And
You can check us out, hapticintel.com. It's our website. It's not much to see right now, but you can check out all of our reviews there, written reviews and video versions of those reviews. Right now we have 4 sections. We have the PS4, the Xbox One, Nintendo Wii U, and the Nintendo 3DS. Not much for 3DS so far, but more will be coming very soon.
and our website is ever expanding.
Ever expanding.
Ever expanding. So
Our YouTube...
expect more stuff
Our
in the
YouTube-
coming hours, actually.
Actually, he's right. By the time we post this, there'll be a couple more reviews up and this video as well. Another thing, our YouTube account is going to have some special videos that you can't find on our site, such as this week, Josh actually live streamed Outlast. So you can check that out on the YouTube channel. It's just type in Haptic Intel and you'll find us on there. Make sure you like us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Haptic Intel.
follow us on Twitter.
And it's at Haptic Intel.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always helps out.
Definitely.
Yeah, and likes.
Yes.
Like us.
Do that.
All right.
See you later.
We'll see you next time, guys.
See you guys.